Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about factors in the development of moral character. But before that, we have our objectives. By the end of this lesson, we can be able to first know different factors in shaping human moral character. Second, understand how everything plays a big impact in developing our moral character. And lastly, explain the importance of understanding how diversity and differences affects moral development. So, let's proceed. Okay. So here are the factors in affecting moral character. First one is nature. Second is culture. Third, religion. And fourth, nurture. Nature. In nature, it talks about the human nature of a person. Physical, biological, genetics. So here's the explanation. According to Aristotle's Zoon Politikon, man is a social animal, and as such, he has evolved in part due to his capacity to be to others and have empathy and sympathy that serves as the basis for basic rules of conduct needed to live harmoniously with others. Morality is a result of empathy and sympathy. That's according to Aristotle. Aristotle stated that human has this character of being loved to involve in politics. So as of this moment, we are in the election period where people loves to involve in politics, loves to make debates, but these debates are for the sake of the future. And people who loves to be involved in politics have this empathy and sympathy. Empathy, having this feeling of putting themselves to others people's situation, and sympathy to feel how other people feels. That's it. And according to Mark D. Hauser, man is born with a moral grammar wired into his neural circuits as a product of evolution. This system in the brain generates moral judgment. This was needed in part because often quick decisions must be made in situations where life is threatened. So there is no time for accessing the conscious mind. Morality may be rooted deep in evolved workings of human brain. According to Hauser, we all have these genetic skills. It depends on the person and how he receives that message and interpret that message. And while interpreting the message, it's up to him or her on how to make the decision or judgment. So that is for the nature. Okay, after nature, we have this nurture. So aside from nature, nurture also plays a big part in forming human behavior. Man acquires moral precepts from a number of external factors. Man becomes moral from his involvement with family, friends, and other social structures and institutions which he belongs in, like culture, school, religion, and even the media. When we say nurture, it talks about the surroundings. It talks about where the child belongs, the people that surrounds her influences him or her. So that is nurture. And also, the social media is one of the big impact when it comes to developing the moral character of a child. Family is the basic unit of the society where a child can learn first inside the house or in a home because of his or her family. So a child acquire learnings or actions based on what he sees and what he understands. And that is nurture. So next, let's proceed to culture. In culture, morality promotes individual and collective goodness, and man's sense of wrong and right may stem up from his cultural belief. Culture may affect our moral decisions and dispositions. How we view and treat people, for example, can be heavily dictated by culture. One example of culture is in the culture of Africa, where women are men, where women are being treated as very low in the society. Being said that men is the dominant in the society. So one of the culture of the African people is have this genital mutilation. So women used to have this culture of cutting some parts of their genetical part, like the clitoris, in order to be accepted by the society. Now, in that culture, it really affects how morality is being applied in culture. So there are some cultures that said to be that would be look as morality or treated as morality, but there are other culture that abides morality, and that is how culture affects the development of morality. And lastly, religion. So religion in moral philosophy, it teaches that a person's moral foundation can be linked to his spiritual foundation and vice versa, as one of religion's thrust is construct the moral fibers necessary for man's ethical existence. A human person's spirituality and morality are substantial parts of his nature that he has to learn, nourish, and value them so that he may develop into an ideal human person that he is supposed to be. According to the study, religion and morality may coexist. So one example right now is the implementing of rules or laws in the society. Some of the rules or laws that are being implemented are being anchored from doctrines or religion doctrines. So, in religion, children are being taught about Bible studies. For Christianity, for Islam's, young children go to their Sunday school. That's for young children for Islams, and they used to study their religion and morality. And that is how morality and character affected by religion. So let us not forget the four factors in developing moral character. It's the nature, it's the culture, the nurture, and lastly, the religion. So that is how it affects our moral character. That's all for now, and thank you so much for listening and watching.